Welcome to a brand new episode of the Real Life Podcast, a member of the Nation Network of Podcasts and delivered by DoorDash.
Welcome to Real Life, everyone. What is going on right now?
I think that I'm in love with Matthew Tkachuk.
Are you guys all drunk?
Oh, welcome in. Real Life Podcast. Oh, Jay's back.
Sounds like you have a lot on the go over there, Chuck.
I forgot to bring up my show notes that have which episode it is. It's episode 415.
Oh.
That's worth. Yeah, episode 415. There's a lot on the go here at the Nation Network. Going to be a busy couple weeks.
We have a
It's
lot.
exciting.
October 5th, we are going to be announcing a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not shit. It's good stuff.
It's
and
quality
there's a lot
shit.
of it. Oh.
Yeah.
Some would
also,
say we're entering the next level, a new chapter.
I've been calling it the next level of streaming.
We're going big into video and audio. Big.
There's a lot coming.
Like we already are doing. We're already in. We're more than dipped the toe in. We've dove into the pool, but now we're going to the deep end.
And I can't swim.
You can swim fine. I see your little water wings. You're all right.
It might feel like you can't swim right now because I know you are in charge of a lot of this, and it probably feels overwhelming. And you know, I've been going around the office, and I'm telling everyone, just like I said to you before this podcast started, the next 2 weeks are going to suck. It's very chaotic because there's a lot happening. We're having a lot of amazing conversations. A lot of things are coming online.
Yep.
Everyone wants to talk to us. Like it's very wild. It's very surreal. It's very feel very grateful. But my head has hurt for at least 2 weeks straight. Like I got this chronic pain, and it's because there's a lot of things going on up there.
Should have had beers during this podcast.
You know what? That is not a bad idea.
I would love a beer right now.
Should we have a
actually.
beer?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
We're trapped in this room for an hour, and like I feel like no one can bug us.
I would love a beer.
Okay.
Tyler, can you turn my headphones up just while we're
Stand
thinking
by.
about these beers? So Jay is going now to get us beers.
All right.
The thing that it's just like what he said is so true in the sense that there's so much coming. Like the last 2-3 days, I haven't fallen asleep until like 2 or 3 in the morning. Just because it's not like there's anything going on outside of just racing with all the stuff that we have to do.
Yeah. I've been like waking up. Like I don't sleep the whole night anymore. I just like wake up and I'll be like, oh my God, I can't forget to do this tomorrow. Like write it down on my phone and be like, I gotta go back to bed.
I woke up the other day at like, I think it was Monday morning around 4 in the morning, thinking I was late for a meeting.
4 in the morning.
It's just like, there's nothing that makes sense about it.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes though, the point of this is a lot of shit happening.
Yes. And it's more than
It's not just at ON either.
No. That's what I was going to say. It's not just like, we are not stressing this hard about Oilers Nation every day. If anything,
Yes,
it's
we
everything
are.
but that. But Oilers Nation every day starts on Monday. And we got some great stuff coming. Kennedy's been grinding. Right, Kennedy? Yes.
Kennedy's always
she's just
grinding.
outside. Yes, Kennedy's grinding
She's
away.
the opposite of avoid the grind.
She is.
I told Kennedy the exact same thing not 2 days ago. The next 2 weeks are going to suck.
And then after that, it'll be a lot of fun.
Can I spill what one of the things Kennedy's working on right now? Because it makes me happy.
Yes, absolutely.
Stickers.
Oh,
Oh, thank God. Like
Stickers.
more stickers? Like more than just a basic ON sticker?
Dude.
Yeah.
I was just looking around in Kennedy's magic folder of wonder, and there's so much good stuff in there.
These are mystery beers from a Christmas advent calendar.
Fresh.
So I'm excited about
Do
that.
beers go bad?
Ah,
Like eventually, right?
Well, they say 110 days. Like it's kind of like, well, like, and I don't know who they are either, but I remember like I saw in like a Molson Canadian ball, like they put the date on fresh within 110 days. Like as long as it stays carbonated and it's cold,
Yeah, good point.
like it's,
when I know that I'm not going to enjoy a beer is when you open it and there's no,
Oh, Lord.
you know?
Oh, it's a sour.
do you want a different one?
No. I love sours. But I was expecting not that. So the first little bit, when you have a slight idea in your mind that something may be rotten, and then you think it's a beer that tastes like that, that's actually tasty.
Oh, this is something fruity, what I've got here. This is delicious.
Oh, you got the strawberry, not the yeah, this is strawberry beer or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Some kind of fruity. I'm a big fruity beer guy. I love it.
Yeah, me too. I think this is a raspberry sour. Tasty. Tasty.
Delightful.
You know what? I'm already feeling a little pressure in my head release.
Yeah.
I gotta check. What does my afternoon look like? I can't be snapped.
I'm looking at Jay's calendar as he's looking through it right now.
it's
I don't know
man.
how you manage that.
It's a fucking shit show, bro.
Like my calendar is pretty full, but like looking at yours, I'm just not going to complain as much. I will, but not as much.
So what I need to get better at is like booking time for myself. When I mean myself, for like me to actually do the things I need to do. But literally, it is call. I don't give myself a second. It is call, meeting, call. Actually, you know what? I got a little bit of, oh no, it's because I removed real life. Yeah, I don't have until 5 o'clock today, from 9 till 5.
Oh, we fixed the video stuff. Like that looks a lot better.
It does look good.
And Kennedy figured out how
Oh,
to.
that does look good.
It looks way better.
So are we videoing this? Because we got BM here.
Yeah, well, we'll put a logo over his face for any clips we want to post.
Excellent.
Do you know what I'm looking at though? Because we're flexing on video so much.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be doing segments with Tyler weekly on your show. I'm looking on Fiverr right now at people that can like legitimately. So Kennedy made me some animated graphics with the bag milk guy, and they're fun, and I love them. But I want to take what she's made. She's got so many things on the go, and flip them to somebody on Fiverr that makes it a full animated thing where we could upload it into your show, and it looks like there's a little man talking.
I love that idea.
There's a little cartoon me.
Yeah. People need to see cartoon you.
Yeah. So I'm working on that.
Excellent. That's
The
good.
first week of Oilers Nation Every Day is prepped and ready to go. I'm very excited for that.
What day, when are you launching?
Monday.
Holy shit.
It's in 3 days.
In 3 days.
Got
And
Bag
then
Milk
every
joining,
day
free turn.
they're on it. Yep. Yeah.
Bag
Who's the
Milk's
host?
joining week 1. I'm the host. Or Tyler. Yeah, it's Oilers Nation Every Day with Tyler Yarmtree. You can subscribe now wherever you get your podcast from. You can already subscribe if you want the podcast version of it.
Do it.
But I would ask that you please tune in to the first video version on the Nation Network YouTube.
You should go old man at sporting event and listen to it on podcast and watch the video on mute.
That seems like an unnecessary step.
I have a buddy that
That's real support.
I have a buddy that does that at Oilers games where he acts like a very old man, where he'll buy a single and goes and listens to Jack's call while he's watching.
Like
It's a good way to do it.
Hey,
Like,
I want to try because like it makes so much sense.
it
yeah.
does.
It really does.
If
like you are plugged in.
If I thought about this last time I was in Toronto, if I lived in Toronto, that would be like my number one relaxation technique would be to go to a Jays game by myself with the radio on and just sit in the stands and like listen to the radio and watch because it'd be so peaceful. Same thing with the hockey. Less peaceful because hockey is a less peaceful sport. But like I think that's a great way to enjoy a sporting event.
My buddy loves it.
Yeah.
You want to talk about less peaceful? Well, go ahead. I was going to segue to something else.
No, all I was going to say is just like you buy a last minute single, you're sitting in Fort Hall having a beer, you get a cheap one, you go on in, listen to Jack. It's a nice little Saturday.
Might be worth trying.
Might be worth trying. But you mentioned
I'm scared to do it because I want to get the proper headset that has the built-in radio.
Oh, you need that.
Because I don't
You can't
trust
have
my
the
AirPods.
time delay.
I don't trust exactly. I don't trust
You're
my
going to have a
AirPods.
30-second time delay on Jack. You'll watch a goal live and you won't hear the call for 30 seconds on the AirPods. You need the built-in radio.
We should do an Oilers Nation live listen along. Where it's
Like a silent rave.
Yeah, it's a silent disco, but we're all
Our
watching the
opening
game.
party is everyone brings their radio headsets, and we sit at our new hospitality partner that we'll announce here soon, and we quietly enjoy the game. It's just like the mental health retreat. We just go and
Yeah,
just
exactly.
like everyone come to the Zen den and let's watch some hockey in silence, and then cheer. But we won't cheer silently. We'll cheer loudly.
Yeah, it's just like the silent disco. When your jam comes on, you're whooping and hollering.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, the visual of this is amazing.
Oh,
I've
it's
got
fantastic.
painted in my head, and also it's alcohol induced because thank God the creativity is back.
Of course, yeah. Lubricated the engines a little bit.
I'm feeling good now.
Yep.
I'm 3 sips in, but I'm good.
Tyler, since you brought the Jays, can I talk about Frankie Lasagna?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about this because now like all of a sudden this guy's got a name. Like every guy in person has a name, but like Frankie, and he is a restaurant guy. Anyways, unpack. I don't know anything.
So Aaron Judge is chasing down a record that Yankees fans have made up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, he's going for the most. He's going
Home
for
runs
the
the
most
Yankee.
home runs in an American League season, because there are National League records.
Because Bonds and McGuire are
all
both.
the
Oh my
steroid
God.
boys have like clearly hit more than this. But Judge is going for the American League record. He was at 60 home runs going into the series against Toronto. There was a collectible store in New York or somewhere in that area who said, if you catch home run ball number 61, we will give you $250,000 for it. If you catch home run ball number 62, it is worth $500,000 to us. Okay, so that's why people were paying crazy amounts of money to sit where they were at the Jays game.
Our seats. We would have been in the
Basically
mix.
our seats.
Yeah,
Literally our seats, yeah. Aaron Judge pops out home run number 61 last night. It goes into the bullpen, so no one caught it. And there was a guy who definitely could have caught it. He reached over, just missed it. $250,000 was right
Hit the
there.
glove,
Hit the
almost.
glove almost. He missed it.
My guy's reaction, like they did the slow-mo on him after it went out, and he was in his feelings there, and I feel it for him.
Oh,
He did the glove toss. The glove toss came out. The hat toss came out. Fantastic. Not for him, but for me.
Yeah, it was funny. So newspaper reaches out to him to like write the story or whatever. His name's Frankie Lasagna, which might be a pseudonym.
I mean, how is it like if his real name is Frankie Lasagna?
kind of hope so, but you
I hope
kind of
so.
hope not. Like,
Toronto restaurateur Frankie Lasagna just misses Aaron Judge's 61st home run ball.
See, 250 grand, eh? Because I was looking around the internet last night, and some people were thinking he could get over a schmil for that ball.
This is the record tying, not the record setting.
That's what I
don't
thought,
think
so
he
I was
would've gotten that
confused.
much.
I was confused by that.
But either way.
But how many games do the Yankees have left? Because there's a possibility it just ends tied, no?
Yeah, it could. I think they have 6 more, 6 or 7.
he'll
hit it. No problem.
Lasagna could only look down on the bullpen as the ball, which could have been worth big bucks to a collector, bounced a couple of times before it was picked up.
See, at what point do you yard sale in there and hope you land on Kikuchi?
Yeah, I would have. I would have done everything I could have. Like, break my neck, who cares? $250,000 in the bag.
We got free healthcare.
you would break your neck for $250,000.
Yep.
We have free healthcare.
Wow.
Yeah, you yard sale. Are you committed or not?
I will offer you $300,000 right now to break your neck.
Jump out that window. It's the same height.
Do you accept?
No, you won't.
Wesley Snipes out that
Because
window.
no, you won't. I will.
Maybe I wouldn't say that. To the chance of breaking your neck at the chance of $250,000.
Different.
Because there's no guarantee you break your neck.
Well, because
Bullpen's
maybe
not
you
that
know
far.
how to fall.
Yeah. Go limp.
Well, and
Like a ragdoll.
Just tuck the neck.
It's like I said,
Hit and roll.
you yard sale, you land on Kikuchi, you take that 250 grand.
Oh, that's so good.
Shout out to
I
Frankie
would have been
Lasagna.
out a lot of money, and you would likely have been paralyzed. We both would have lost.
Yeah.
But think of how many streams I would have got on Instagram filming the whole thing.
Oh, well,
New
yeah.
podcast, Broken Neck Guy.
Yeah, sponsored by Alberta Neck Brace Association.
We would have just wrapped the green screen around you and you would have been a floating head.
Now you could have green screened on the proper function body for me for all the shows, and I would have been fine.
How dare you?
Oh, God.
dare
Okay,
you.
anyways.
It's getting
Shout
out
out
of
to
hand.
Frankie Lasagna.
Yeah.
Check him out when you're in Toronto. He needs some moral support.
You know what? Like I was thinking about last night when he went home. Like what was it like for Frankie Lasagna when he left the Rogers Center and went home last night? You just have like,
He's
you know,
replaying
Tyler,
that.
when we were in the playoffs and you and I were texting each other after the Oilers would lose and we would just have like a disappointment beer sitting there looking into the ether. I wonder how many of those went down at Frankie Lasagna's last night.
Probably a lot. Like you know what? Not even that. I'm sure he had like a zillion beers and was just out, waking up this morning and realizing that it wasn't a dream and this is your life going forward. You're the guy who missed the Aaron Judge home run ball. That's a tough.
And you're all over Twitter. All over Twitter.
Probably good for business, though. You might make that back and increase lasagna
I
sales.
hope so. I hope so. I'm on Team Lasagna.
You know, he tried. I honestly think he didn't have the reach for it.
Yeah, he had to be like, if he was like a 6'2" dude, 6'3" dude, he would have had it.
Yeah.
He didn't have the wingspan.
But all good.
Wasn't meant to be.
Good content. Good entertainment last night.
Outside of the game itself.
That's like, well, yeah, and outside of we don't care about Oilers preseason that much. But
Can we talk about that for a second? Because last night, third preseason of 8, way too long, by the way. At least half too long in preseason. But like, our PTO guys, Jason Demers,
-4.
I didn't expect him to do a whole lot, and he's not. Jake Virtanen, however, for a guy whose career is kind of hanging by a thread, I would have expected more urgency in his game. And I've seen 3 straight preseason games of not a whole lot.
You would expect for a guy whose NHL career he has hanging on by a thread here that his give a shit meter would be a little bit higher than it is.
And it's just not.
Well, like, go out there, run some guys, skate hard, forecheck hard, and it just feels like he's kind of going through the motions.
I think that's always been his knock.
That he just doesn't care.
Is that like he's got all the tools but just doesn't want to put it together.
Like last night he had 311 on the power play, 1 shot on net, no hits.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
But he plays small. He plays like he plays like he's Yamamoto size without Yamamoto's
tenacity.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, my thing is if you can't get up for games 1, 2, and 3 of your preseason career of a PTO, what are you going to bring the Oilers game 40? What are you going to bring them game 51?
Yeah, you're not Connor McDavid where you've made the team, you're a superstar, and if you did play in the first 3 games, you can just limp along.
Yeah.
Well, and there's
you're
also
playing for your career here.
There's also, you would think a guy like that should be able to stand out against AHL rosters.
That too. What happens when the competition gets tougher? What's he going to look like?
Well, to be fair, we've been playing tough competition the last couple of games.
Because like last night,
we've been playing the A squads.
Okay, fair.
But like against Winnipeg, Dylan Holloway looked fantastic. Jake Virtanen did not. Last night against Calgary, they had basically, a bunch of their starters, and Dylan Holloway looked quieter, and I expected that. But Virtanen's been invisible the entire time.
Yeah. So, well, that'll be a quick open and shut case.
I think so.
We move on.
Yep.
I thought Skinner's looked good so far, though.
Well, that's good.
He let in one, probably he'd want back last night, but so far he's looked steady.
That's that's good because we got soup and stew. Let's go. I'm excited for Jack Campbell. I'm just, the more I think about it, I made a bet, and I think I said this a few shows ago, which a few shows ago for me, based on my showing up frequency, is like 2 months ago. I made a bet on him to win the Vezina because I'm like, if the Oilers are going to do what we want them to do, we're going to need that level of performance.
And you're confident we're getting that out of Jack Campbell?
Well, I'm trying to manifest it.
Oh, you got to manifest.
And there's only one way to manifest things in life, and that is betting on the outcome you are chasing.
100%.
That's a good point.
Everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bet with your heart.
Mm-hmm.
I think now is the line where I start caring about or start paying attention to the preseason. Like going forward, I'll start paying attention.
Yeah, I will.
I think that now you're getting to the point where like you kind of know which races are being, or where there are races or competition in the roster. Guys are starting to separate themselves a little bit, and you know what you're watching for. So
I'm not going to be overly excited. Well, first of all, tomorrow I'm actually excited to watch because I imagine we're going to get our first looks at Connor, Leon, maybe Nuge, Kane tomorrow.
Yeah,
hopefully.
so
10-0.
Stauffer had the Oilers were split into like definitive Group 1, Group 2 at the skate today. Kane with McDavid and Yamamoto, Draisaitl centering Hyman and Puljujarvi, McLeod centering RNH and Foegele, Shore centering Janmark and Ryan, Holloway on a line with Malone and Virtanen, which leads me to believe like that's not a great spot for Holloway to be at in terms of,
He's still got some development. He's just like...
Yeah, he's a young guy.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if he was on the ins when it comes to making the team, he probably isn't playing with Malone and Virtanen.
Yeah.
Nurse with Ceci, Kulak with Bouchard, Broberg with Barry. Seems like that... They've been playing Broberg with Barry. It seems like that's what they want their third pairing to be. Murray with Samurakov, Niemelainen with Demers.
How's Niemelainen look?
Man, my guy is a torpedo.
His hits per game, like he is like 6 hits minimum a game.
I think you're right. I think he had 6 hits last night. It was basically the aggregate of the rest of the team.
Like, that's what when I look at the stats, I go Niemelainen, I go right to the hit column.
Yeah.
How'd my boy hit?
He is, who knows if he'll make the team or not? Probably not, but he's definitely helping his cause.
I don't know what his frame looks like.
We need to pop that tarp off.
We need those tarps off, see if he's on the Finnish abs team. But because I don't know, like my only concern is that if he's not a thick boy, that style of play is going to wear and tear on his body because he does get injured, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So hopefully he got a little thick over the summer because I love what he brings. I love it. You will see if you got someone who can keep up and play in your lineup and that massive hit threat, it changes things. Just ask Zegras last night, even though they're not really comparable in the sense of the threat, but he got murdered last night.
What did he really? I didn't see it.
Oh, go search Zegras hit. He came across, kind of lollygagged, tried to do like a slow like slide by. I don't know if he was going to do a toe drag on this guy. The guy's like, I got you, son. Boom.
Oh, yeah. He just got demolished.
Like, that is shoulder into the chest.
He was kind of, you know what? That's the old caught in the trolley tracks.
That's a fucking hit. Like that. Like I feel
clean
pain.
hit too.
Oh, super clean.
Oh, yeah. People were like, oh, preseason, you can't have your stars getting ran like that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, it's the preseason. That guy, whoever that was, Yannick on the other side, is playing for a job.
Yeah,
He's not going to be like, oh, no, that's Trevor Zegras. I'll take it easy.
No,
like, if you're going to play in an exhibition game, you got to – there's guys out there going $110, man. You can't be lollygagging around with your head down.
Zegras is in beach mode. He wasn't like that. Like, it looks like he just timed out there and just let it happen. Like, he wasn't mentally there.
That was a play of a guy who has only been scrimmaging against teammates for the last month.
Yeah. Head on a swivel, my guy.
Yeah, that was pond hockey maneuver there.
But that's another thing where I like that the Oilers haven't played some of the guys that you want to see yet because of, the early season riffraff that comes around. Because of like what Tyler said, where guys are fighting for their jobs. They want to get a job in the NHL, and they're going to do whatever they can get to do that. And if that means taking a run at Connor McDavid and knocking him down, then they're going to try and do that.
Yep.
Who's the up-and-coming surprising person so far?
I'm not even sure if there has been one.
Where's Bourgault?
Not doing a lot. Like,
Is he playing?
He played the first night.
Played the first night, and I think that's a guy who needs to play against men for a year before we even talk about it.
Oh, no, 100%. But I'm like, I haven't seen him, so that's what I was wondering. But like, who is?
When I looked at Bourgault's first game against Winnipeg, the thing that I thought about was it wasn't overly crazy what he did, but there was flashes with his hands where you go, oh, okay, give this kid some time.
Yeah.
He gets to the right spot in front of the net. He's not scared to go to the crease. So there's stuff to like about him, but like I think you said, he's going to take some time.
Yeah, that's fair. For me, the things I'm going to be watching now that I'll start paying attention because I got Oilers Nation every day on Monday. How does Puljujarvi look in the top 6 playing with Draisaitl? That's something I'm keeping an eye on. What's Warren Foegele looking like in the preseason? Now he's a guy like Virtanen, no excuses for him to not be rolling 100% from preseason game 1. But with Foegele, it's like, okay, big boys are getting into the lineup here. Let's see if Warren Foegele can up his game a little now in the preseason. See how he looks on the right side.
He had some brutal giveaways last night.
That's not good. Puljujarvi and Foegele are the two I'm watching up front. And on the back end, it's Broberg still. He's the only interchangeable spot, or he's the only guy in an interchangeable spot on the blue line.
And to be honest, Broberg, like, he's another guy I would have expected more from to start. Really? And it's not necessarily fair. We're 3 preseason games in, so I'm going to be watching him very closely because he's almost kind of penciled in right now, and I don't think he's done enough to turn that pencil into ink.
Maybe we should turn him into Jacob Chikrin.
But if they could do that, I would do it right now. I would do it yesterday.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Concerns?
I don't think it's in the cards.
Concerns is a cap space.
Hearing a lot about St. Louis and Chikrin, though.
I'm tired of other people getting our toys.
In Ottawa, or is Ottawa out?
Ottawa's always been humming around there. But
they want Shane Pinto. That's why they don't, and they don't want to give up Pinto, who sadly and very bureaucratically won the Hobie Baker over Dylan Holloway, despite our best efforts making Dylan Holloway the fan favorite.
We did try.
That was a great community effort.
Yeah.
Voting came right down to the wire.
Yeah.
All right. Got to give some love to our friends at the HGA Group, who we love very much. Didn't shout them out off the top of the show. If your business is growing like ours is, you need someone like the HGA Group hanging around to help you out.
Oh, yeah.
Also, DoorDash and Oodle Noodle. When you're working as much as we are, you don't have time to cook. DoorDash and Oodle Noodle every night. That's the diet.
Ding dong.
I'm getting Oodle Noodle today. I got to write GDB tomorrow. I got to write one for Saturday. Lots going on.
So we're opening Calgary soon.
Yeah,
which is crazy. It took 400 years to build, and it's outside of our control, but it is what it is. So we're thinking some point later this month we're opening in Calgary.
What about West End?
It's opening like within the next 7 to 10 days.
Awesome.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a runaround too. But anyways, all good. So Calgary. So our thing in Edmonton is green onion cakes, like donairs and green onion cakes, but like green onion cakes, right?
Now we're talking. I'm
like,
ready for this.
Green onion cakes are the thing. In Calgary, it's actually
garbage.
It's ginger beef.
As in
Ginger
Reed
beef.
Schaefer?
Ginger beef is like the green onion cake of Calgary, and
So
it stems back to there's a restaurant in Calgary that invented ginger beef. So there's like deep rooted history of ginger beef.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So our approach in Calgary is we're going to lean into ginger beef.
All ginger beef packaging though will have Reed Schaefer on it in Calgary.
Oh yeah,
What the hell?
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. So
Ginger beef in Calgary. Eh?
Ginger
So they're
beef,
claiming the Caesar and ginger beef.
I'm going to go to the restaurant that claims that they invented ginger beef.
Is it Singapore Sam's?
I'm getting noodle tonight. Got the confirmation.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
What are you gonna get?
Probably the same thing I always get.
Which
Tokyo
is?
glazed double beef.
Oh, nice. Double the protein. Good for you. You're a growing
Double
boy.
the teen.
Yep.
Good for you.
Hopefully,
I'm feeling
Niemelainen's doubling the teen.
I'm feeling like a war wonton soup today.
Ooh, that's nice. I'm kind of feeling a jungle curry Kamboji.
We have Oodle Noodle to give away with our reviews.
Oh, yes. I
Should I
listened to the
check?
last episode. I appreciate the commitment to the...
Did we do it last episode? I thought we didn't.
You did the call to action.
Okay, good.
All right, so Chalmers can't make shit stick, but you can.
I am looking.
Chalmers isn't here, by the way, for those of you listening.
Neither is Wanye.
There's Wanye.
All right. I'm just double checking here to see where we are. Okay, we only got 3 actually.
That's okay.
Come on, people.
Three's enough. Well,
Yeah, I know.
also, that's enough. Like reading like 10 is a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. Okay, first one comes in from the Mountain Yeti. The original and the best. Love the way this podcast has come along. Been here since the beginning, and the current rendition is the best. Wanya brings the perfect balance when things get too serious. 5 stars. K-Nuts. I think K-Nuts leaves this exact same review every time. The Future. 5 stars. More Liam. Great show. More Liam on Oilers Nation Radio is coming. So there's that. DeBaby's Daddy 6969.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mid when Jay appears. 2-man, 3-man, or 4. I don't care as long as Wanye is there. Seriously, I've never listened to a podcast with someone as witty as Wanye. At least once an episode, I laugh out loud at one of Wanye's outlandish childhood stories. Wanye is a genius and destined for Elon Bezos levels of success. Bag Milk is pretty funny too. 5 stars.
Is that a slag at me?
I guess the title was for sure.
I like that I get a.
What does mid mean?
Oh, mid means just like
Mid.
Yeah.
Oh,
mid.
sorry, bro.
Average.
I appreciate the 5 stars. I'm sorry I rain on your parade.
Still give us 5 stars.
I feel like that was Wanye. That was such a heavy Wanye thing.
It was.
I agree with every word he said, though.
I like the Mountain Yeti one. You know, been here since the beginning.
OG, Mountain Yeti. Very
Probably big Oodle Noodle
appropriate handle.
Yep. All right, Mountain Yeti, you can email me, tyler@oilersnation.com. You're getting free Oodle Noodle. Congrats.
Yeah. And Tekashi 6ix9ine or whatever you are.
DeBaby's Daddy.
Yeah.
New DeBaby album, not good. by
You
the way,
stay
Big
mid,
One.
bro.
Listen to it.
I ain't going anywhere.
That's disappointing.
He fell off.
Like, but not only did he fall off, but like off a cliff in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
I have no idea, man. His music just didn't take a step forward.
Man, Kirk was so good.
Mm-hmm.
We'll always have Kirk, Tyler.
Yeah, we will. All right. Continuing to move along. You didn't get a chance to say your piece on the Big Brother finale.
Oh, wow.
I'm actually really intrigued by your.
Yeah. So I initially I agreed, like I agreed with Monty's choice of taking Taylor. Initially,
Really?
I agreed with it.
Wow.
I agreed with it because I'm like, Monty's resume is amazing, and Taylor keeps saying she's going to do this crazy shit, and she doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, this should be pretty fucking easy. And because I was like, Turner might be able to speak better than Monty. Like that was always what I thought the threat was, and Monty obviously thought the same way. But Monty then goes up and lays an absolute fucking dud of a speech.
Yeah.
And then Taylor came up and started a goddamn movement.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was a fucking speech. Like she was good.
She's a pageant person, right?
Like that, and for the vote to be 7 or 8-1 or whatever 6-1, like she turned some people with that. Like she
Definitely.
like that was impressive. So I give Taylor mad props for just changing the narrative of how, like, flipping on how to look at a Big Brother winner. through resiliency.
Social game, right?
Social. I'm torn on her social game because, like,
I don't think it was that good.
It wasn't that good.
Like, their thing
she got a raw deal early on, and
Yeah.
then, and once again, like, she did say some of the stuff she's like that she got slagged for is true.
Yeah.
But somehow she like, and maybe this is to her credit, I don't know. She like created this narrative of like she's a victim, so people started protecting her, and like if that's part of her mastermind, but she didn't say that. Then I'm like, whoa, this is genius level shit. But once again, doesn't matter. Like her speech just like didn't even matter what happened the 3 months prior. Her speech was so powerful and she made people forget that. So I like mad props to her. Like she has got like a future in public speaking.
Absolutely.
Monty, your best bet actually ended up being against Turner.
Easily.
But like Turner did a lot of shit and Turner
did.
and a lot of people love Turner.
Zero jury management though by Turner.
Yeah, zero. Well, yeah, zero. And like not wanting to take credit for the Michael eviction, like Jesus. But anyways, that's okay. So Monty effed up on more ways than one.
Yeah.
His speech was just but that's always kind of been like Zingbot was right. He's not funny, right? Like that was a zing.
Yeah.
Right. So like Monty's like great guy, great competitor. He had good social game, like nice, like compassionate, like a lot of so many, but like he's dry toast.
No one ever seriously took a run at him.
He's not magnetic.
The best player didn't win to me.
Well, in terms of like defining what like the best player being like winning comps and doing like, yeah, you're right.
I want a full resume. If I'm on the BB jury, that's what I want in my winner.
Yeah, me too.
Well, last night I was at a skateboarding video contest and I was a judge.
Skateboarding video contest.
So Oodle Noodle sponsored something called Skate with Scars.
Okay.
So it's the skateboarding community submitting videos. They had to make a skate video, and there was criteria for it. It had to involve a pet because it's Skate for Scars. Scars is second chance animal rescue.
Yep.
Just so you know. And so I'm a judge. It was funny. We were deliberating on who should win, and it's like, well, the winner has to tick all the boxes. So like talking about the complete player, like we're just like, well, they had a good use of dog. They touched on this point. They had the best trick. Like it ticked all the like. So this has to be the winner.
Fair.
And I was trying to like push for this other one because these two guys, I got sold by the story. These two guys came up, and they're just these two bros. And this one guy's like, man, like skating for me has been like a love-hate relationship. And you know, my buddy here, you know, started asking me to come out with him on Sundays. And so the name of their video and the name of the two of them, they're called the White Claw Killers. And he's like, I started skating again tonight. I started kind of liking it again. So then we started doing Saturday skates. They'd go street skating and just crush White Claws. So they made a story about like their friendship of skating and drinking White Claws all around and they did a great job capturing the whole city and all that stuff. So I just loved the story of like, two guys just like finding a love for skateboarding and in this, you know, and a bunch of other things. Like I was going to say crushing claws, but anyways, but no, we had to award it to the complete player. Ticked all the boxes.
That's what I want.
Yeah, me too.
They even named their video Where My Dog's At. The title even fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's all good.
Monty, you had a final two. You bailed on it.
I bailed on it. It would have been
and that might have been viewed poorly too with judges.
Karma.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But once again, his speech was a dud.
Oh, to me, the GIF I used as an analogy on this was Monty had the ball going for the end zone and he fucking dropped it on the one.
Yeah. For me too, I really want the finale to be like a finale where like there's drama right up till the end, and that means
It's tough though.
It's
When
so
like
hard,
when
man.
how do you make a finale like drama filled?
But
Like
if Monty would have brought Turner, I think it would have been like a 5-4 vote or like 6-3. Like it would have been.
you
like,
know Taylor would have been scorned. Actually, we haven't talked about the funniest fucking thing about all this.
Are you going to talk about Joseph?
Yes.
Yeah.
oh my god.
I saw my man's soul leave his body there.
Oh.
And they were just production relentless on him.
So the jury house thing happens. You just see him like, oh, what? And so he's devastated. Then they go around to the jurors like, hey, what do you think? And he's like, Taylor. He's just like pumping up Taylor. And then they just come back at it again. And they go, And they pan to him, like, great production. And you could just see him devastated by it. So, like, who's his beef with? Is it with Monty or is it with Taylor?
Both.
He still voted Taylor. Probably still because he's trying to still pursue the dream. He's not letting go of the dream. That's the whole thing. But then they ask him, and he's like, well, there's probably going to be something happening outside of this house between Monty and Taylor. But that was the best storyline going. There's your drama. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
It was like that was some cold ass shit. Is what that was.
Oh, God. So good. A good season. It was a good season. It got me back interested again because I
got to do Canada this year.
Okay.
But
it's always like during the fucking hockey season or something.
I know, but it's easy enough to just crush out.
See, and I've still got it PVR'd. I have no idea
You
who
always say
anybody
that.
is. Maybe one day, maybe. Dare to dream.
I'll try.
Although
I got a lot to do.
good stuff keeps getting loaded up everywhere, and it pushes Big Brother Canada way down my list. Like I just crushed out the Dahmer series on Netflix.
I heard it's too raunchy and too like fucked up.
It is as close to a real life dramatic recreation of those events as they could possibly do, and it is fucking gnarly.
I don't think I could do that then.
They also just loaded a 3-part series about the GameStop shenanigans in the stock market last year.
I want to see
I'm in
that.
on that.
There's just so much good stuff.
Is that Netflix?
Yeah, on Netflix.
Okay.
There's so much good shit standing in my way of.
The other thing for me right now, too many good sports on to like get into Netflix stuff. Like every night's more or less Jays. Got to be dialed into the Jays. Now hockey's getting going. Football, obviously. Like, oh, this is the best stretch for sporting. Just
How'd we do in our pick'em last week? I know I lost. I didn't
Let's
win.
look. Where is it?
I bet on the Bills to win, so I did not win.
No. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Tyler, what the hell happened there?
Yeah, that was a weird one too because it felt like they were really in control for a little while, and then they just totally shit their pants. I had KC, Chalmers had Baltimore, Jay had Cincy, so Jay nailed it. Just checking.
Thank you.
Just checking. Who won? Did Baltimore covered? Right? They smoked them.
Yesterday on
Yeah, they
BLT
smoked
bets, we were talking about some NFL betting, Jay, and just how this year I'm dabbling in more kind of props, but if you don't have a base level of knowledge, betting on props is just the dumbest thing I can do.
Oh, yeah.
Last weekend, I got smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got smoked last weekend too. Just again betting the favorites and all that. Brutal. All right, so let's open it up this week. What does everybody like? I'm scanning this quickly.
Well, in my loser pool, which I know some people that are in it are listening, but they probably have to submit their picks before they hear this. I picked an underdog in my loser pool, or you have to pick a winner. Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked an underdog, and I got an email alert after I made the pick alerting me that I picked an underdog. Like, they're like, are you sure you want to do this? And like they said it when I clicked on it saying that's what I want. Then they sent me an email saying, alert, underdog picked. My underdog pick, which I probably will just double down on this,
Yeah.
and it's probably paying juicy odds, even money is kind of juice, is Arizona to beat Carolina.
Ah, you're taking that one. Okay.
Like, and I'll take the points.
Yeah, take the 1.5.
Like, Arizona's a fucking clusterfuck in their own right,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, my boy Bake, CMC, is he the same guy? I don't know.
I don't know.
These are questions that must be answered.
Yeah, I do. I love Arizona. Arizona, we were talking on BLT bets. That's my favorite teaser spot of the week.
Why tease them? Tease them for minus.
No, put him in a teaser. So you put him in a 6-point teaser. You're getting him up to 7.5, and you play it with, you tease the Jags or the Eagles either way. You tease Tennessee up to 9.5.
Eagles are playing who?
Jags. They're minus
Jags
6.5.
are scary.
They are. I know, but I think
Jags are scary.
I think that's a good teaser spot on either side of the coin. Jags up to 12.5 or Eagles down to -0.5. I think is fine.
Yeah, like that's a close game. Entertaining. Eagles, like I've got Jalen Hurts on my fantasy team, and that guy is a fantasy machine.
I will go with the Chargers over the Texans. 5.5.
My heart also wants to say I'm feeling Detroit these days. I feel like Detroit's going to beat Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Detroit.
But I just didn't like the spread.
4.5.
Yeah, that's the one thing about football, the spreads. That's one thing I like about hockey. Like it's just straight up, let's go. Like yes, there's spreads, of course, but
Yeah, you could bet the spreads.
you could tease it, Tyler. Tease the Oilers up a bit, you know?
I was so close to betting against them last night, and I'm mad that I didn't. I looked at that. The Flames were like plus 170 on the puck line. I was like,
What?
Yeah, I was like,
What?
That's a no-brainer.
Even after the lineups came out?
That's
Oh my
shocking.
And then I was like, no, morals, Tyler. Like, you don't bet on the Calgary Flames.
So
I'm going to ask Jay a couple of over-unders here for some. We walked through yesterday on BLT Bets a bunch of season props for the NHL, and I want to walk through a couple with Jay as well.
let's do it.
Connor McDavid, goals, 44.5. If you take the over, it's minus 122. If you take the under, it's minus 109.
Well, the juice is on the minus. You'd think the juice would be on the over. Has he scored 45 goals before?
He had 44 last year.
Yeah, so he hasn't even beat the...
But it's McDavid props.
At
Those are
some
hard.
point, he's getting 50.
I think this is the year.
I think this is the year too.
So, once again, manifest over.
Evander Kane,
I love this.
32.5.
That's a good number.
Plus 100 for the over.
I think
Oh,
he
yeah.
gets 33 goals this year.
Yeah.
Minus 133 for the under.
He's playing with Connor McDavid, everyone.
He could pop home. Like,
He's
he'll
40.
go-
He's high 30s, 40.
I think he's mid 30s as a lock. So I love this bet.
Yeah. There's value
Austin
there.
Matthews, 56.5. We have got minus 115 on either side of the over-under.
Under.
My vote was just stay away. He could very easily score 60 again,
Yep.
but
He's missing 2 months.
yeah, but scoring 60 requires you to stay healthy, so I stayed away.
Yeah. Or
Leon,
just bet the under because screw him.
Yeah.
well, yeah, of course. Where was Leon's? Leon Draisaitl, 48.5. Minus 122 on the over, minus 109 on the under.
That is over. Leon 50.
Is there an Oilers bet you'd go under on?
I'll find one. Here's a tricky one, I think, Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Jesse Puljujärvi at 18.5.
It's up to 18.5 now, eh?
18.5 goals.
Yep. Oh, sorry, 17.5. 17.5 minus 115 on either side.
Oh, man. That's tough. Fuck. Man. It all depends who he plays with. I'm going under. He's going to score 16 goals.
I had 3 bets on BLT bets for NHL season long. First one, Connor McDavid to win the Hart at plus 225.
Oh, that's
In the bank. I've already made that bet.
100%.
Yeah, I'm all in on that.
Jack Campbell Vezina. What?
New York Islanders to miss the playoffs at plus 100.
They got a new coach.
They were 16 points out last year.
He's their assistant coach from last year or whatever.
Well, who is it again?
Lane Lambert.
Yeah, but as long as you make Barzell feel cool, which he is.
I think he's not that good. They made one transaction this offseason. One. After
Rubbing
missing
off?
the playoffs by 16 points.
Yeah, but I feel like there is some woo-woo shit there. I would I don't know. Okay, yeah, go on.
And then I'm going Blues over 95.5 points. They had 109 last year. And they're bringing back the same team minus Husso and Perron. But a full year of Nick Leddy.
And a few more development of Kyrou and Thomas.
Yeah. And hopefully a healthy Torrey Krug.
Yeah, that's fair. I've bet so I like the juice, as we all know. I've bet the Ottawa Senators to make the playoffs.
Tyler, you don't like that one?
I'm not sold on
I did it
no.
for 2 reasons. I did it because I kind of believe in the excitement, and then I also did it as if they buy it now in the event they do get Chikrin.
Ah, fair.
So it was kind of a proactive bet, but it might not that circumstance might not unfold. But anyways, I did that. What else I do? I feel like, and it's tough because it's like the East is like so good, and so like there's no parity over there right now. But like 2 things could happen. I'd like to know what the Bruins would be to miss the playoffs.
I have them at plus 140.
I would consider that, and then for funsies. Just a little fun. Maybe $5, $10. Sabres.
Sabres to make it?
Sabres to make it.
Plus 600.
Can I bet on
Juicy.
Can I bet on Vegas to miss?
Yes.
Yes. Vegas to miss is plus 195.
That's nice.
I think that's real nice.
That's a nice one.
They have no goalie.
They do.
I mean, they have a man that stands there.
Who wears the pads? Who dons the equipment?
Yeah.
They have Logan Thomas or Logan
Thompson.
Thompson
And Aiden Hill.
And Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill will
I don't mind
Cut a
LA
bitch.
plus 165 to miss.
LA. Ooh, LA's gonna be good. I don't know how. Like, I don't see where their aggression is with LA.
Luck.
Is losing Dustin Brown that bad?
Goaltending.
Yeah. You just don't like Jonathan Quick.
I don't like Jonathan Quick. No, that's correct. McDavid plus 130 to win the Hart or the Art Ross. Sorry,
Yeah, that's
lead the league in points. Like if he stays healthy, he's got it.
yeah, 100.
That one seems solid. Oilers plus 225 to win their division.
Tied with Calgary.
Guys, Calgary might have the blue line in the league. So like, so Calgary could be they could win the division. They could. I'm obviously you would bet on the Oilers.
There was 2 spots that when I saw all the props were starting to come in, 2 spots where I was like, I am going to hammer these ones.
They should have a Huberdeau versus Goudreau bet.
They should. But the 2 bets where I was so excited to bet, and I'm not now, Seattle Kraken over-under. I hammered the under last year. And
I think they're
paid.
sneaky good this year.
So I think they're sneaky good. Last year they had 60 points, but I was like, I bet you the books come in at like 69.5, so I'm going to hammer it. Books are in at 83.5.
Oh, my Lord.
Too high. Too high. Also, I was like, I'm going to hammer Nazem Kadri on his under for points. I was like,
What do they got? What do they got it at?
So I was thinking 75.5, 78.5. I'm like, under all day. The book said it's 61.5.
See, they're with
Smash
me, man.
the over.
I don't think that
I don't
he's.
know if he
My
get- I
bold
don't know.
take is he doesn't hit 60.
I'm staying away from that, yeah.
I don't like. They paid for last season, is what the Flames did, and they need last season.
Yeah.
But that is an outlier.
They're going to win so many games 2-1.
Yes.
Goaltending and legit defense.
Yeah.
Legit.
Like,
Yeah,
they're going to
legit
be
defense.
annoying to play
Like,
against.
last night
and
I was-
/ boring to play against.
Last night I was annoyed. Just Mackenzie Weegar is just so good. Like how he was a toss in that trade is beyond.
Yeah. That's weird. All right.
Well, no, it's so they could have $14.5 million tied up in goaltending. Am I right?
Like the Panthers?
Uh-huh.
That Spencer Knight extension makes 0 sense.
Why not?
He got the same amount of money Ottinger did. And Ottinger's played like a lot.
So they're obviously like they're banking on potential.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
got
but-
$10 million sunk into Bobrovsky.
how
Like
long's
they
Bob
should
got left?
trade
4 or 5 more years?
Oh,
a
fuck.
long time.
Spencer
That is
Knight's
a
played 36 career NHL games with a 909 save percentage.
But he has the goods.
Well, I get that, but also like you got to bridge that. How can you stay competitive?
Technically, a 3-year deal is a bridge.
So if that's his bridge at 3 years, man,
They're bridging him. His next deal is $12 million.
So when this deal kicks in next season,
Banking on the cap going up $10
Him
million
and-
next year.
not next year's the year.
I know.
After. Him and Bob are each gonna have 3 years left after this year. So they each have
how
4 years left.
good is?
Well, that's an extension, right? Like it's 3 years after this year.
Yeah.
I love
Maybe
that.
they think they can move Bob.
Yeah, maybe.
But who's going to take that?
They'll have to retain
Have to.
lots.
But then, like, if you retain even 50 on Bob and
Need a
you
third
sign
team.
another guy,
Need a 4th team.
you're basically coming in at the same thing. Yeah, that's a weird one. You can't spend that much on your goalies. That's why, like, the Oilers right now this season are under 5.8 for their goaltending this year.
And even when Skinner
It's
needs
comfortable.
even when Skinner needs a new deal next year, what is it? 1.5, 175 probably.
Yeah, we had $4.5 million in Koskinen alone.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember that?
It's great value. If I was the Oilers, actually, what I'd do this summer is I'd try to get Skinner done on like a 4-year, $2 million deal kind of thing, right?
You can buy a lot of GZ Gordita crunches for $4.5 million.
$2 million?
4 years by $2 million?
Why give him $2 million?
Like if you can get him for that 4-year mark,
Mustache is going to bump it up a
walk
little
him
bit.
right to free agency kind of thing. Maybe you don't have to go $2 million. Yeah, I haven't dug in.
How about how about the absolute flex no arb rights the Oilers did on McLeod?
Yeah,
Obviously, it had to happen, and like I love the number. But yeah, that's the classic. That's the only time a player has no leg to stand on.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for taking it, Ryan McLeod.
Yeah, you're a good man, and you're gonna have a good year. And you know what? You're gonna get paid next year.
Yep, bet on yourself.
So
I don't think he has arb rates next year.
He does
either.
not.
yeah, but I think I have a feeling they'll be fair.
Sorry, Clotter. Just the same deal. They make him go down again. They're like, listen, man, you can have $600K. How about that?
$795.
Okay. Shout out to our friends at Alfa Romeo of Edmonton and Cattail Crossing. Golf season's almost done.
Is it? The weather is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It was
I wanna go one more
28
time.
degrees
It
yesterday.
was so nice yesterday.
I don't know if that's accurate, but it felt like it.
You missed that hot dog at the office yesterday because there was a lot of shit going on at the house, so I had to bring him over.
Like you brought hot dogs here.
Hot dog was working.
Oh, your dog hot dog. I thought you were just telling me you had hot dogs.
He's
for
just
lunch at the
flexing on
office.
you that you
It's
had
like,
hot dogs here.
Yeah, and you seem pretty happy about that. I got to take him for 2 walks yesterday.
Wow.
This is the only time he walks with me. When I'm away from the
your
house.
business calls.
No, when I'm away from the house because he's imprinted on. Dachshunds are a very interesting dog.
Yeah.
You can read up on them, and so he only does what mom says.
I am very interested to see what happens when Frank meets hot dog. Has yet to happen.
Oh, we'll have to do that. We have to have a nation dog.
Where I get nervous is Frank is a rough player, especially with dogs smaller than him.
So hot dog. So hot dog's reaction to that is he will bite his lip, or he'll go after his ankles.
Mhm.
So hot dog. One thing I will give props to hot dog is that it depends on circumstance, because there's sometimes where he will flight and run away. Like if he gets freaked out at the dog park by a big dog, he'll just like beeline it, like just go, "Rah!" Even though there's nothing happening. If like a big dog's coming at him hot.
Yeah.
But if he's playing around with the dog, doesn't matter the size, and that dog gets a little rough with him, if they're just kind of standing around, hot dog stands in there and goes on the offensive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like Frank's 30 pounds, but he thinks he's 60 pounds, you know?
Yeah, so that'd be interesting meet.
All
So I feel like a proud father in those moments.
Mhm.
He runs away, and I'm like, poor guy.
We got to wrap this thing up.
Why?
The time?
Oh, I just got a text. You've got a delay.
He delayed us?
He delayed us.
Ah!
Delayed
When are
you.
we delayed till?
Young Quadrelli.
Handful of minutes. He is writing an article for CanucksArmy.com.
Oh, Jesus. He's taking this whole beating Oilers Nation thing pretty seriously, isn't he?
I respect it. And you know what? I don't. So the opportunity that he has is, I think the Canucks have a larger like fan base by population. No?
Just because
Yes?
Vancouver has more people. Aren't they kind of fair weather fans though? Like
Yeah.
when the team's good,
Yeah.
they're there. When they're not, they're not.
But like, there's like, there's no way. Like,
It's my
No.
favorite thing right now.
no, Edmonton fans, we're way too fucking passionate. There's no way you're taking us down. He's knocked on the door a couple times. I'm proud of quads.
I respect it, but I've also accepted the challenge.
Yeah, of course.
And as much as I love quads, I will bury him.
Yeah.
Fair.
Quads is coming in October, I found out. I
Yeah, I'll
heard.
be here for the home opener.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's against Van?
Oh, is he like working it?
Yep.
Or is he just coming to chill?
Oh,
No,
gonna
he's
come?
working it.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna
sweet.
big deal us. Can't corrupt him and have him come down in the seats and feed him doubles.
No. Oh, that was so good. I forgot I did that.
Yeah, he like went home early that night too.
Those were like $45 doubles.
Oh, I've got
Rogers.
we got to give an update on the Nation Vacation. So we've been working hard with our friends at AMA Travel, who are actually our experience partner for all of our travel,
Yeah.
which is great. Love AMA. They're the ones that did all the bookings, all that stuff to make sure everything's done right. So we're pumped for the trip. So like Vegas is like, we're just going to confirm, but like we're like 75% sold.
It's crazy, actually.
It might be higher, but I think we're like for sure 75% sold out. So that's great. So if you're thinking about coming,
Don't wait or you're going to miss.
don't wait, you're going to miss. So I would like, like at the pace of 75, so 25, I think we got like 12 more spots,
Don't wait.
maybe.
I'm telling
maybe
you-
12, 10 or
Really?
12. Yeah.
My prediction is we're sold out by the home opener.
Yeah, there's a good chance at kind of the pace we're going. There's a good chance. So Remchuk, if you got friends coming, I would probably get them to commit here soon. Now, having said that, we might look to try to get 10 more spots. We'll see. But that's if we do, the only risk is the flight. The cost might change. So we'll call this the early bird round. So if we do release more seats, likely cost more because the flights will be more. So call this the early bird pricing. So take advantage of that. Should we release more seats, get in on the better deal, because if it might go up, $100 or whatever they charge as you get closer and closer to the date of departure.
Procrastination will not be your friend.
It will not be your friend, but it is amazing to see the reaction. I am getting more excited for that trip by the second. I'm also very excited that we're going to be doing it's interesting. We'll call it our season launch party, but it's not right around the season opener. Like we picked I think we're going to do it on
The 29th.
the 29th.
Yeah.
October 29th, we're going to have our first nation event of the season.
For Oilers Flames.
Away game
Yeah.
against Calgary.
Yeah.
Nice. Do we know where we're doing it?
Does it stand by there? That's an October announcement. Is it October yet? No.
I'm not in the loop on this, obviously. So
No,
Well,
I talked to Jared about it
There's a lot on the go right now.
2 days ago, and we're looking good.
Yeah, so expect, and our friends at AMA are going to provide some prizing for that. So that's exciting. And then they're also going to partner up with us on another trip that we'll talk about later in November.
First up, though, nationgear.ca. That's how you get in on the Vegas trip.
Check it
It's
out.
all there.
Super excited.
Nationgear.ca.
And it's in January. It's perfect.
It's going to be cold. We go down to Vegas. We watch some hockey.
Yeah.
We have a good time. See a cover band, probably.
Yeah. Have some of that strip wine.
Oh, it's the best. Nothing like
Backpack
a
wine.
glass of red on the go.
That's right. Warms you up. If it's 12 degrees that night,
Absolutely.
red wine fires you up.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a chance to try the bottle I sent you?
Not yet. Because I'm pairing it with something. So
I think
like something good. Like I want to have it with like a nice piece of meat or something.
I'm curious if you're going to enjoy it because I really enjoy that.
Yeah, no. You will get a text the minute I try it. I just don't. I don't want to haphazardly try it. I want to like.
No, enjoy it.
I always want to give it the circumstance for it to succeed. You can't rush wine.
The red wine lifestyle has taken over my life so much to the point where on Sunday, first preseason game of the year, I decided to open a bottle of red. Normally I would have a beer during an Oilers game, but I just had a nice little glass of wine.
I was in Kelowna over the weekend for my annual.
Oh, you had the best wines.
Annual golf trip, and we went. I was playing at Predator. I saw Tambo.
Really?
Yeah, Tambo was in the.
Was he
the
assessing
Spike
his
bar.
shot?
He looked at the menu for an awfully long time before he made his order. But I had a nice steak and red wine, and then you know what? So I got to take you one step further on the wine journey because this is considered fortified wine. Is I got to get you into port. So red wine with dinner, port at the end is like your dessert. Oh, so good. Me and Jason Strudwick are port buddies.
Oh, wow.
We bond over port.
That sounds delightful. Do you see friend of the nation Colin Bazran, mayor of Kelowna?
I saw signs up for his re-election.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw that.
Re-elect Colin.
I just love that the mayor of Kelowna is a massive Oilers fan. And on Better Late Than Never, he told me he refuses to wear Canucks gear even in promotional items.
Oh man, I respect that on so many levels. I'm going to alert everyone because last time I didn't and I got fucking skewered for it.
Yeah.
But I might be in attendance at a Flames game next week, being hosted by my dear friend again, Johnny Windwick, in a box at a non-Oilers Flames game.
You go in there with your Letestu jersey. That's the only way out of this.
So I'm going to be seen. I guarantee you I will be wearing nothing to do. Not even a color that matches that team.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see me there, you've been warned. And I'm not going to bet on the game this time.
Last thing I
Hang
want
with my
to
boy Johnny.
talk about before you wrap this up, Tyler, what about this?
I
That is
don't
wild.
know what to think about that. I'm
It's
happy that
So on the cover of Edify,
Edmonton Magazine.
we have got Gene Principe and his missus under the covers, and it just says undercover with Gene and Karen Principe.
like I get it because like she's an elected official.
Mm-hmm.
He is the Prince of Puns.
Of course.
So like I get like going undercover with them. I get it, and then putting like I get it. You know what I see though in that photo?
A loving couple.
I see love.
I see love.
I see love. So you know what? That's what I'm trying to take. Is it weird? Kinda. But I see love, and Gene looks happy.
I see him, man. That takes care of himself. Gene looks great.
Yep.
He looks, yeah. That's like, yeah.
I'd bet he's getting down and popping 30 push-ups a day.
All right. I just got the email from Mr. Quadrelli with the Zoom link. So we're going to go do that.
Zoom.
Before we wrap up, something I wanted to say. We are dedicating today's episode of the podcast to our good friend Surveyor Brett. Who's going through a couple of tough personal things, which he shared on his Twitter. Brett, you are a very important part of this podcast family, of the whole Oilers Nation family, of all nation
The
citizens.
whole Edmonton community.
And we're thinking of you, buddy. This episode is dedicated to our good friend Surveyor Brett.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Real Life Podcast. Don't want to miss any of our nonsense? Hit the subscribe button and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram.